if money is the reason why she keeps you, or the money is the reason why she wants you, then y'all don't need to be together. So if everything is based off what you can pay for or buy for her, you don't need to be together. Me saying that means even with him not having money, you know what makes her smile. You can do something. And it should have been planned. It should have been when she walked to that door, she smiled. She walked to the door, see you kicking it in your drawers, watching TV.
Yeah, that was wild.
That's ridiculous. And you you deserve the energy you get. Cheating on him, no, because that's a like I said, if my wife cheated on me and we're done, like that's because there's emotions attached to that. And you see how she cheated. She cheated with a dude she had feelings for. That was calculated. It wasn't no random dude. Like this was calculated.
Yeah, she pretty much cheated that next day after the birthday, and they were chilling. Like she went out with Molly to this club or whatever.
She plotted that,
and she was, dude hit her up late. Even though she didn't do nothing that first day, she kissed him. You know what I mean?
No, she plotted that go out to meet him there.
Oh yeah, actually, yeah, she did. She did go on Facebook and see that he had a some type of event going on, or like an open mic, and she did go there with plans to see him at least. I don't know if she planned on giving it to him or not, but she wanted to see him.
She planned on giving it to him when she sent that Facebook message.
She wanted that old thing back.
Yep.
Which is cheating, is it? Or
it's
not?
Absolutely cheating.
Okay. So it's premeditated cheating.
You are now tuned into Black on Black Prime.
Disclaimer. No matter if we liked your movie, liked your show, or hated the show, or hated your movie, doesn't matter. We respect you, shout outs to you, and we support you. And we try to get everybody else to support you like we support you. Black on Black Prime, we stand on what we say, though.
And just like always, if you didn't ask for our opinion, we didn't ask you to listen to it. So, sorry.
Click and turn it off. Where do we go from here? Hey, everybody.
Black on Black Prime, man. Sponsored by Black Planet.
Hey.
Get your subscriptions back.
Hey, you know what? No BS. I'm about to go start if Black Planet's still there, I'm about to go start a Black Planet account. We're gonna get that jumping again. So we're gonna be. I'm gonna reach out to the owners of Black Planet, like,
hey,
sponsor our show.
For the longest, it was up. Like I remember going back to it and seeing if it was a website. I don't know if it's up now, like in the late 2020s or whatever. But it was up for a minute, and I don't know what people was doing on it, but it was still a site.
Yeah, I mean, I would go back to it. That's a throwback, a classic, just like we're about to review right now. It's a throwback, it's a classic. We're about to do Insecure,
season 1
by the great Issa Rae.
Yeah, and I was like, this show dropped in 2016.
Yeah.
It don't seem like that long, but it's like I feel like they gave you so many breaks in these shows. To where it's just like, man, every time a season was done, you had to wait a whole year. And I'm just like, I remember having to actually go back and recap the season.
Yeah.
So I knew what happened.
I don't know if I did that with this show, because it was kind of like always on my mind. I don't know. But I think that whole COVID stuff, that 2 years apart, like made us, that's why everything seems closer than what it was, but it was a long time ago. That 2 years of COVID seemed like it went by extra fast.
Yeah, this was 6 years ago. Doesn't make any sense that's that long ago.
It feels like about 3 years ago.
For real. Yeah. And it's just like, it just ended it ended 2 years ago at this point, right? Or 1 year.
Something like that.
Oh, I don't want to.
But anyways, we about to get on this first season because Brian got some stuff he want to get off his chest. We probably share the same intimates, but I'm gonna play devil's advocate.
He said, "Bro, I want to get something off his chest. You're gonna have me canceled out here in these streets, brother."
Hey, if you've been watching our podcast, every time Insecure comes up, Brian's reaction is, "Man, I wish we got to review that when it dropped." He just said it about 7 times on here.
Dude, when it came on and certain things happened, I just remember having like the back and forth with people about it. And it's like, I never had nobody to talk to about it. It was just, some people be just like, oh man, this happened. It was like, oh yeah, man, I remember when that stupid I did it. And you just, the dialogue keep coming, but we don't get to record it,
Yeah.
So if you're gonna play devil's advocate with me, man, it's gonna be interesting.
We're about to make it happen. We might mess up, start cursing in here.
Oh man, I almost did just now.
You did? So what's the points you want to hit on? Because we ain't finna recap episode by episode.
No, because everybody's seen it already. So let's just introduce like characters, or just make sure everybody that hasn't seen it knows that the lead character is a woman named Issa. She doesn't go by Issa Rae in this. It's just Issa, right?
She has a last name, but I don't remember it.
Yeah. Oh, Issa D is in this. Now I'm looking at it. Issa D, but I don't remember them saying D at all.
No.
But they probably did. So yeah, she's the main character. She works at like a nonprofit organization that helps would you say at risk?
It's not. It's more like a boys and girls club.
Yeah, it's pretty much just black children. For what I've seen, maybe a few that weren't. But it's in Lamert Park. She has a best friend named Molly. She's a lawyer.
You ain't talking about their personality. So Issa is.
I was just dropping. I was just dropping.
We don't care about their backgrounds professionally. We're gonna talk about who they are. Issa is a very insecure woman dealing with a man who really who got dreams but no motivations. Like or he's not. He got dreams that ain't. He has dreams past his reality, which means he's working on those dreams, but he's not dealing with the now. She's basically raising somebody else's child, but he's a grown man.
Yeah, his name is Lawrence, by the way.
Right. Lawrence is he's a very smart dude. He has aspirations. Aspirations, yeah, aspirations to build his own app and get his own business going, which I respect, but I don't respect him not at least trying to help pay the bills for the time being, which may be a different conversation, and may affect Issa's relationship because she loves him to death, but at the same time, she's like, dude, you got to do something. Like you got to help me out. You got to do something.
So did they ever make it clear was he unemployed for the whole time that they were together?
It don't seem like the whole time. It seems like he had an idea for building that app, and then he just kind of like put all his focus in that. Quit his job because he was on unemployment. Mm-hmm. So he must have quit his job and was like, I'm giving my all to this, but he's not really giving his all to it.
So he fell off for a little while.
Yeah. I guess you could say.
Okay. So are we just diving in that? Okay.
We're going in, man. We don't care about all their background, man. We don't care about the job Molly got. We know Molly can't keep a man because Molly loose.
It's a recap.
Molly loose, man. Everybody know who they are. Everybody know what they. We're talking about them personally. Molly is her loose best friend, blaming the world because she don't know how to control her emotions when it comes to dealing with men.
Okay.
She wants forever right now.
Do you think that Molly is looser than Issa is?
Yeah. That's absolutely without a doubt.
Okay. So from what they made it seem like, she was just like a serial dater. She was on a bunch of apps, and I heard this one time where it was just like, man, like, can you really get mad at a person for like, if you meet a bunch of people, right, and it's always something. Like, you always in a relationship, or you're always dating somebody, and it's just like your relationship, they just don't work. Like, you just always rolling the dice, and you want somebody, but it don't seem like nobody's either on your level or somebody's always on the same BS. So it's just like, does that make that person a bad person because they just can't find nobody? Or just like, because she just didn't want to settle, it felt like she just kept rolling the dice because she just kept on meeting the same type of dude.
If she didn't want to settle, she could just say that. Don't be out there doing what you're doing and then complaining that ain't nobody good enough. If you want to jump from thing to thing, do that. It's women that do that. Yeah, just do that, man. Oh, you crying and complaining. Nobody want to hear that, man. You out there making those choices. You out there looking for what's wrong in the do instead of paying attention that everything is right because you want to jump around. It's on you.
Yeah. No, I feel like she didn't go about it the right way on a lot of these like little different dates or whatever. I mean, I feel like when you are on the dating process, like, you don't have to do a lot of the the sleeping around. Like, because I mean, you can vet a dude out for like 3 months and you can find all of that out. But if you just are so quick to be like, oh man, like it seemed like she just got happy too fast. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She jumped to
Like,
conclusions.
she was just like, oh, my first date, you know, it seemed like this was a good thing. You know what I mean? Like we might be going on, you know, this might be the guy, you know what I mean? Like right away instead of really vetting it out or dating a bunch of people at the same time. You know, just to really see instead of just one by one. Because one by one, that's hard. That's hard. You know what I mean? If you do one by one and they all trash, then, you know, it really makes it go slow at that point. You know what I mean? But as far as her character goes, I think she was just confused when it came to that. And when it came to the dude that finally was the one, the Jared guy, I think she just she had what was that? She had a bone in her mouth, and then she saw another one and dropped that one. You know what I mean? Like she got hired, not hired, but she finally got accepted to that stupid league thing. It was like a bigger dating service for like more successful people.
Yeah.
So it was like she was with this guy that was cool, but then she was just like, "Hey, I finally got accepted." So she ghosted dude. So that was probably the worst thing she did. So after that, I felt like that's when it went all downhill for her. You know what I mean? She started really going around, you know.
But it seemed like she was doing that when the episode started, because the first thing she did, I mean, the very first episode of the season, she's talking about a dude that she met. He might be the one. He texted like, "Hey, chill out, like you doing too much."
Yeah.
So I feel like she lost. She lost in the sauce, dreaming for something. You can't force. Nobody can force love. You can't force a relationship. You can't force a situation. Everything you can feel like you're just the one with anybody, but you don't know until you know. But the problem is, she would just dive into it. Yeah. It's like you make a little slick comments, pointing out things in people's lives. It's like nobody want to hear that, man. We just met.
Yeah, I be feeling sorry for women sometimes. I be just like, man, like you really went into that situation thinking it was gonna work out. Like it's just like you could tell that this fool he ain't even on the same page as you. Like if you going out, if you just dating, I feel like you should just go in there just not thinking about a relationship at all.
That shouldn't be on your mind. It shouldn't be on your mind.
As soon as you start thinking about it, you're gonna get disappointed, like fast. You know,
that should not be on your mind.
Right. It's just like let the dude lead if that's what you want. But some women just be like, hey, I know, you know, they go too fast, and you know, you see where that leads them or whatever. But just go in there and just have a good time. It's free for y'all.
Yeah. Ain't nothing attached to this. Like chill out. So let's we forget all other character introductions. Let's just point out how this whole show is Issa's fault. Despite Lawrence being terrible as he was situationally, like this whole thing is Issa's fault. Everything goes downhill when she decides to look up her ex on Facebook. And I know people do that from time to time. I know it's people that do that. But once you decide to send that message, you have opened the door to everything going downhill. What are you messaging him for? You don't need to check up on him, see how you doing. Nah, what are you doing that for?
Yeah, she was trying to juggle because she felt that she could do better. You know what I mean? She felt that she was settling for Lawrence and his job, or him not having a job and him not trying. Because there's one thing that like I still, it's not that I don't understand it, because I do. It's more of the reaction to it. You know, it's like he didn't forget her birthday, but he didn't do nothing for her birthday. So
that's worse.
So it's just like he was unemployed. You know what I mean? His like I didn't agree with the fact that he was just at the crib watching TV. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna sit here and act like that was a cool thing to do. You know what I mean? You can do something. It's easy to just, you know, hey, I tried.
That's what I'm saying. It's the attempt. At least try to do something. You know you can go buy something right quick that she likes, or do something, because he wasn't flat broke. He still had some dollars, but it's like your dismissal, like you treat her birthday like a regular day. Nah, can't do that. Can't do that. So that's you're already putting her in a bad position, dealing with coming home, seeing you do nothing all day. And then on top of that, you look at her like, oh yeah, it's your birthday. We can go to 7-Eleven right quick and rent a movie.
Yeah, what he did was just take their relationship for granted. Really, that's all he did. But you know, I feel like anybody could fall victim not fall victim, but anybody could like fall in that like slump, especially if you like, it ain't been too much time in my life to where I haven't worked, but it's like when I didn't, I know that feeling of just like, man, it's almost like defeating at times. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that's an excuse to why he didn't do something, but I knew like the feeling of just like, man, like I ain't got nothing to surprise you with. I don't got nothing to like, you know what I mean? It's just like whatever at this point. He took it for granted, which he shouldn't have. But
Right. No,
I feel like her response to him forgetting was a little extreme in my eyes. So
I don't think it was extreme.
after 4 years of a relationship, I'm sure you never think about all of the stuff that came up before then. You know what I mean? Like we just jumping into the end of like kind of the part of their relationship that just got a little rocky. You know what I mean? But before then, you know, sometimes they show the flashbacks of how much they was having fun and, you know, all of that. So it's like you don't really see that. You just see the now. So it's just like, yeah, he's falling off. You know what I mean? He took you for granted for a second, but that don't mean I'm gonna start looking for somebody else real quick. Like without, you know, at least letting it be known.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with that. I've been in that situation before where you're unemployed, but you gotta, if money is the reason why she keeps you or the money is the reason why she wants you, then y'all don't need to be together. So if everything is based off what you can pay for or buy for her, you don't need to be together. Me saying that means even with him not having money, you know what makes her smile. You can do something. And it should have been planned. It should have been when she walked to that door, she smiled. She walked to the door, see you kicking it in your drawers, watching TV.
Yeah, that was wild.
That's ridiculous. And you you deserve the energy you get. Cheating on him, no. Because that's a like I said, if my wife cheated on me and we're done, like that's because there's emotions attached to that. And you see how she cheated. She cheated with a dude she had feelings for. That was calculated. It wasn't no random dude. Like this was calculated.
Yeah, she pretty much cheated that next day after the birthday, and they were chilling. Like she went out with Molly to this club or whatever.
She plotted that.
And she was, you know, dude hit her up late, you know, even though she didn't do nothing that first day, she kissed him. You know what I mean?
No, she plotted that go out to meet him there.
Oh, yeah. Actually, yeah. She did. She did go on Facebook and see that he had some type of event going on or like an open mic. And she did go there with plans to see him at least. I don't know if she planned on giving it to him or not, but she wanted to see him.
She planned on giving it to him when she sent that Facebook message.
She wanted that old thing back.
Yep.
Which is cheating, is it? Or not?
Absolutely cheating.
Okay. So it's premeditated cheating.
Right. It's different. Okay, so when it became cheating, it's her intentions were terrible when she sent that message. It became cheating when he sent the message back and said, "I miss you," and she said, "I miss you too." That's where it's cheating. Right. That's where you open up the gates of him in his mind of being like, probably get that again.
Yeah. I think some women would disagree and say stuff like when it came to Lawrence or whatever, it's like they would look at him like, all right, well, he should have married her a long time ago. So it can look, because it's like, if you're married, that means you can like since the vows that you took, you can do certain things or whatever. It's like we fell off, we can have conversations about it, we can talk about it, we can get therapy. But since we're just together, you know what I mean? I should be able to, you know, everything is for the pickings for me. You know what I mean? I shouldn't have to sit around and wait.
Probably the dumbest stuff I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, I mean, it is, but that's how I feel like a majority of women think. You know how to be just like, well, you know, I ain't married, so I can do whatever I want to. I ain't cheating because I'm not gonna married. Say you put a ring on my finger.
I'm not gonna say I think women think like that because I don't know. But if women do, that's dumb. Because we literally couldn't say hi to a woman in your presence that we knew from the past without giving you that background.
Yeah, it's always
you're gonna need that background check. Ring or no ring. Who was that?
All right. But
that was just Imagine her seeing you send a Facebook message to somebody you used to deal with in the past, just saying, "What's up? How you been?" Ring or no ring?
Yeah. I want to know the females that think that is just totally right. Just like, hey, I would do the same thing.
And those are the women who cheated on they dude.
He forgot my birthday. Like, actually, he didn't forget. I wouldn't have, I still wouldn't have understood if he forgot it. I would have more like he just didn't appreciate her at that point in time. Well, not even that. Just didn't take her for granted. I mean, he took her for granted on the wrong day at the wrong time, because she was already thinking differently about him. You know what I mean? She was already feeling a certain way about his job. Because if he had a job and didn't do nothing for her birthday, I think things would have been different.
I think you're putting too much emphasis on the birthday thing. That Facebook message was before her birthday.
Was it?
Yes.
No, but he hit her up first. He was just like, hey.
No, she tapped on his profile and was studying him, and then opened the Facebook message thing. She opened it.
She saw it. It's not like she reached out. She saw that she had a message.
She did.
Right.
No.
What?
No. She opened the message to send a message, and then he woke up in the bed and she closed it.
But that was after the fact, right?
No.
So she was feeling that.
That's why I said she's the reason for all of this. That's why I said she already had that in her mind. That was before the birthday thing. Might have been the extra push she needed to be like, let me step out there and really take a risk.
Mm-hmm.
But all of that was before that message, before that Facebook message.
Oh, okay.
Before her birthday.
Okay, from what I remember, I remember her seeing a message or whatever, but I don't remember her responding or doing anything like that till like afterwards when she was upset.
I mean, that I don't know when she responded that I miss you too, but the whole
when she responded, that was after. That was after the birthday for sure.
Yeah, but her looking at his profile and opening that message thing, that Facebook Messenger, that was all before anything happened.
Oh, okay. Well, regardless, I guess it was just that's what pretty much threw them in the hot water in the beginning. You know what I mean? Because it's like after a few days, or after the kiss, after she kissed Boy at the after not Molly's thing, but the open mic.
Yeah,
I think once, like, you know, she saw that Lawrence was trying, because I think after that he tried to cook her a meal. You know, he was out looking for jobs. He had a few interviews and stuff like that. I think she felt bad.
She felt terrible, and she should have. It's like, why are you shouldn't be kicking it with your ex. There's no world where that's cool. This is late night. We know what we're doing on late nights. There's no world where this makes sense. There's no world where it's just like, she slipped up. Ain't no slipping up. You drove to his house. Ain't no slip up.
Would you say that she was kind of, I felt like just in her relationships and her friendships, she could be labeled as like selfish, low key, like just even the way that she rocked with Molly. You know what I mean?
Extremely selfish.
She brought her out there, you know what I mean, thinking it's like, hey girl, we're gonna kick it, but I want to meet up with my ex. And then she get on there, she get on the mic and just pretty much talk about her homegirl right in front of her face.
Nah, so that's what things I misconstrued, because that was a song she wrote. She just used it as an example when she was talking to Molly. Yeah, it just happened to be she used that song. She didn't write that song for Molly. That was one of her songs.
Sure, I mean, I believe so. It's just the fact that she did it. Like, if I had a song, that's the whole who shot you situation in a different light. If I had a song that you thought was about you, I wouldn't do it in front of you.
You could think whatever you want. So if she didn't say it earlier, like, oh girl, this is what's wrong with you, and it happened to be the title of that song, and she just went up there and performed that song, Molly could have listened to the lyrics of that song and been like, oh, she's talking about me. You know, you never know. That don't mean she's talking about you.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Yeah. So I mean, you can think whatever you want to.
But you know how that grow. You know what I mean? It's just like she was already feeling a certain way, and she put that out there. I mean, you know, she was thinking about herself in the first place. Like, she's already a low key rapper. Like, I don't know if she wants to rap, but she likes writing rhymes.
Yeah, she likes rap.
She raps to herself in the mirror.
Right.
I mean, to me, I looked at her as just like, man, you talking a lot for a person that don't really know what they want to do. You know what I mean? Like, at least Lawrence kind of had thoughts of what he wanted, like his career. Like, he didn't want to really settle. He wanted his after work. You know what I mean? He knew what he was into, and he was trying to get into that. He had just fell off. Like, you rapping, You know what I mean? You doing a job that you don't even care about.
She paying the bills though.
That don't mean he wasn't paying the bills. They never said that he wasn't paying the bills.
She made it. I don't know. I got a sense that he was barely doing enough.
He could be doing more. He probably just didn't have enough to provide, and you know how that whole thing goes. It's like a woman don't want to feel like she has to provide. If she don't have to work, that's what she would rather be in.
All right, man. Hey, these are your opinions. I don't feel like everyone.
It's the truth. If you ask any woman, well, most women, it's just like, okay, like when you go out on a date, who do you expect to pay? You know what I mean? When you are in a relationship, don't you want your man to pay for you? Don't you want your man to drive? Don't you want your man to provide for you at the end of the day? That's the whole
thing. Hey, man, you mixing a lot of stuff together. Driving and being a provider is two different things. You want your man.
When I say drive, I mean like on a date. Like if you want on a date, like you want your man to do certain things. Like it's expected. It's not. You don't have no opinion now, do you?
I do got an opinion. I feel like you're talking about old school women. I think women today, yes, if you can find a man that provides, that's cool. But I think most women today is like, if you can't provide, at least equal. You know what I mean? At least be side by side with me. You ain't got to take over everything. I feel like that's how a lot of women feel. I might be wrong too.
I guess I'm going by I'm not going by what I think. I'm going by what I saw or what I see.
I'm going by what I saw and see too.
Okay, so you don't know no woman that rather not work.
And you don't know no woman that'd rather work and get her own. That's what you're telling me?
But I also hear a lot of women say, "I have to," which is like, of course, man. Of course you have. It was like who shouldn't have to work?
In what world would somebody not want? I would want my wife to be rich so I didn't have to work. What world do you live in where you wouldn't rather have your spouse rich enough to where you didn't have to work? That's anybody. I don't think that's just women.
Yeah, I don't think dudes go into situations like that. I mean, if it happens, I think a dude still want to do something for the most part. Like, dude, you gonna want to sit around the house while you're a woman rich and working every day? No,
I didn't say sit around the house. I said you said provide.
I mean,
I didn't say that. I'm saying you always have to.
I don't want a woman to pay my bills.
Hey, you always have the instinct you want to do something.
You hit the lottery, different situation. Like, hey, we won.
If your wife came home right now, like, oh, I just got this $10 million deal to do, blah blah blah. Mm-hmm. You not taking a back seat
to what? Her or somebody just am I going to stop working? No,
I'm saying you could. So what I'm saying, I'm not saying stop working and just sit around the house. No, never. There's not a world for that. I'm saying you could stop working and do whatever it is you want to do.
As long as I'm bringing in money, I couldn't feel like I wasn't.
You wouldn't have to bring in money until it's time to bring in money.
It's always time to bring in money.
What I'm saying is, man, stop. You're not gonna stop. You're not gonna stop establishing your worth. That's not gonna stop. But what I'm saying is, if she's rich, all the energy for making money is coming from her now until you provide enough to where you feel like you could try to reach that level she's on. But you're going to have to take that back seat for the moment.
Hey, man.
Therefore, she's the provider. That don't make you less of a man. This is a team.
Anything.
The world we live in right now is more a team than anything. If one of us can come up, we push that other one up. That's the world we live in. Yeah, it ain't about, my man got to have a farm and milk the cows and I'll be home taking care of the kids. We ain't in that world no more, man.
I didn't say nothing.
That's exactly what you said.
I said women would prefer a man that is providing for them and taking care of them. That's it. I didn't say nothing about no farm. And no cows.
Hey, man, I guarantee there's a lot more women that, yes, everybody. I'm saying it's not just women who would like it. Everybody wants a situation to where at least one of us is high enough to where we both good. That don't have to be a man. They don't have to. So what I'm saying is when you say a woman wants her man to provide, it makes it seem like if that woman makes it to a higher level than that man, she might look at that man like, oh, no, I can't be with you because you can't even do this for me because you're not a provider. You know what I mean? That's caveman theories. I don't see the world. I come across some women. I know women think like that. I'm saying everybody thinks like that. You want your partner to be able to take care of both of them. That would be dope. That would be cool if that was possible. If you had an idea to blow up, that's what's up. But that don't mean that's what I'm looking for. That don't mean women. So as a man, me personally, I want to be in a position to where my wife don't have to work. That's me personally. But she ain't looking at me like you need to one day be in a position where I don't have to work. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I understand that fully.
Right. But when you say it the way you're saying it, you make it seem like this is in the back of a woman's mind when she's looking at her husband go to work at FedEx, like, this again? I guess I gotta go to work. You know what I mean?
It's hard. It's very risky when you speak in like absolutes or whatever. It's just like every. Like I'm going off of, I guess, the people that I know. I guess that's the only like my experiences are like that's it. You know what I mean? So it's like what I see is my reality. You know what I mean? Like I know a lot of women that they're not gonna work. They're gonna work their ass off. But in the back of their mind, shoot. if I can not work and you pay everything, hey, that works out a lot. That works out way better for me.
And I agree with you because I feel like there's men that think the same way.
I don't know one man that's just like, man, shoot, it would be nice.
Hey, you talking to if my wife came home right now and said, I got this new job making $2 million a year, I'm going to definitely be like, that's what's up. I'm quitting my job to focus on everything else to where I can reach your level.
But you're also a hustler type dude, so you ain't gonna fall. Yes. If anything, you got other talents that's going to like now you can focus on your talents. I'm not saying that a man wouldn't want something like that so he can focus on what he's good at. But if you ain't doing nothing else, like
that's different. So that's
you're gonna hit the ground running.
Yeah, so that's different. That's the type of man. That's a different type of man. Just like that's a different type of woman. That's why I say if a woman. That's why I said in the beginning of us doing this. I said if she was with him just for the money, or if she was with him just for what he could provide, they shouldn't be together. That's different. That's if you feel like the money stops and that's why I can't look at you the same, you probably shouldn't be together. That's a red flag for their relationship.
Well, that's exactly what Issa did, pretty much. Just like because she didn't start feeling him again until he was able to do more, to look like he was, his stuff was coming true, like the things that he was doing.
But it was a combination though. It wasn't just what he could provide, because she was like, they ain't having sex, they ain't doing nothing.
Did they didn't touch on them not having sex?
She did.
She said they wasn't having sex. I don't even remember that part because I don't only remember them actually having sex when they was arguing.
Yeah, so it was like he was missing all the parts that brought them together. It wasn't just the financial. It was like the kick it. You want to be able to kick it with your spouse, and they wasn't kicking it.
Yeah, he took it for granted. But I think at the same time, like it looked like he got into a pattern that she possibly at one point like agreed with, you know what I mean? Like she probably like their whole thing was we'll go to 7-Eleven and watch a movie. You know what I mean? Now she might have not really liked that in the back of her mind, but she made him feel like that was okay.
Because that's how they kicked it.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, all right, man, hey, let's just, let's just relax. The way he was talking to her was just like, yo, we do this. Now it was her birthday, so she wanted to feel more special. And I agree that he should have done something else, but he definitely fell into a pattern that put him in that position. But the pattern was started because it's like you can start your relationship's demise pretty much just by accepting. Like once you accept it, it's just like, hey, what you want me to say? I thought this was a cool thing. We get a little red box, little hot Cheeto.
I think she accepted it because she was presented everything like it was temporary. It seemed like he gave her the idea of me doing this, and I'm about to work really hard on this. It's gonna blow up. You can only accept that until you come home on your birthday and he's on the couch chilling, and you're like, "Hey, man, so what's up? Like, what are we doing? Oh yeah, sure. Oh yeah, happy birthday. Let's go get a red box. Like we just did that last night, and you talk about let's go get a red. How about you go get the red box? and at least give an effort to show you even care. It's my birthday. Here's what: if my wife is getting dressed to go out on her birthday and I'm still kicking it in the same spot she got home from work in, that's a problem. She's getting dressed to go out with somebody else on her birthday.
Yeah, it sucks for TV shows because they show one part of it or whatever. It's just like one day this person messes up. That's what we see, you know what I mean? But then we see him we tries at the end, you know what I mean? It's not like he continued with his slump. Like he was like, okay, I messed up. I need to make this up. And I feel like that's important in relationships, period. If you make a mistake, you need to fix it. I feel like he tried to fix it.
And he did, and that would have worked in a good world. But this is where I take the blame off of him, because she had already done what she did.
Well, yeah.
He did. He did his bounce back. He did it. It was a wake up call for him. Like, oh, I'm stupid.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm over here taking her for granted. And his partner kind of told him that, like, man, you better do something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he woke up, but it was already too late because she had committed the crime. Like she ended the relationship already on her end.
Right. So you can tell that even though they didn't show it, you know, that this has been a pattern for a while. You know what I mean? She's been thinking probably about.
She said, I think she said 2 years, didn't she?
Yeah. For some reason, I feel like dude, I don't know exactly how long dude been unemployed. I just know that she was talking to Molly about that whole situation, and she felt like they were about to break up. She even said it herself. She was just like, yeah, I think I'm about to leave him. You know what I mean? She was like, girl, you ain't about to leave him or whatever. You know, she was like, yeah, I'm not. But the thought of it, you know what I mean?
The decision was already there.
Yeah, as soon as you start saying it, yeah, you ready to go. You know what I mean? So he had been probably falling off for like some time.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a while. I want to say she said like 2 years.
Yeah, but then when she started saying stuff, I was like, man, I kind of felt hurt a little bit. I'm not going to lie to you. I ain't never been in that position, but when she was just like, I think he said something about Molly, like she need to settle for a dude, and she was just like I settled for you.
That boy.
Whoa.
She said like I did. I was I'm like,
yeah, man, that was a little much for me. I felt like I don't know how I would respond to that at the time, because he just kind of let it go.
I wouldn't.
Yeah,
I wouldn't respond to it. My decision is made right there. Because like I said, that's you letting me know how you feel. Just by you saying that, you let me know everything you felt about me.
So you would leave that night and go have sex with your ex?
Not my ex, no.
Just messing with you.
But it's like that's something you can't take back, because that was from the heart. You know, how somebody say something, you be like, oh no, you meant that. I don't care how you try to laugh and shake your way out of this. You meant that. Yeah,
that wasn't a jab. That was a haymaker.
That
would have put me on my back for the rest of that. And I would have been sitting there thinking about that, like, oh man, I was like, this little lady.
Yeah, hey, I'd have been in there like, shit. She act like we live in a mansion or something. Like, I kind of settled too. You ain't balling like that. You work for you. You do terrible raps.
Imagine if a guy felt that way and voiced it. You know what I mean? It's just like, I settle with you. Like, you technically don't have nothing going. You didn't have no career. Did you go to school?
Right. And they'll say that to the woman that want him to provide everything.
Yeah.
And what could she say? Because she broke. He right in that situation.
Yeah. I was just like, man, like, at least I know what I want to do. You know what I mean? Because he didn't do it in this season, but he hit her back later on. Just not this season.
The comeuppance was crazy. The turnaround was ridiculous. Yeah. But so anyways, he's we didn't have to talk about her cheating. She did it. She's stupid.
She slept with a dude in the studio raw. And we don't know if she was raw, but I felt like it was raw.
It was raw. It ain't got no condoms, but you went over there. Regardless, you went over there. That's even if you backed out the last moment, you went over there. Your intentions were there.
Yeah.
You were there. So you're stupid. But
and this is why he was doing better. He was actually trying around this time. He was like, all right, let me get it together. And she could have left him.
But what I'm saying is the damage was done. Had she not went over there to that studio, she came home and saw him trying, they would have been good. It would have been good, because then it's like bounce back. Then it's like, even though I still think in essence she cheating by sending that message and going to go see him at the club, they would have been good on the bounce back.
Yeah, because he woke up.
Yeah. So they good, whatever, everything's cool. Then she throws the party.
Who throws the party?
Issa.
Well, she don't throw the party till they break up.
Right. I'm saying no, she throws the party before they break up. What you talking about?
Talking about her and Lawrence?
Yeah.
Nah, she threw the party after because she wanted him to come back and pretend like he was getting his stuff. And so she wanted to see that she was doing fine without him. Because she was always like, oh, a dude wants to see you, like moving on. That's when he wants you more. So yeah, like she like that whole situation, the party happened after she smashed old boy. And he found
that's
out.
what I said.
And he found out though.
Wait, what you talking about?
So they were separated, right? Okay, did Issa separate from him? Is that what it was?
No, I'm talking about the party for We Got Y'all.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about the party that she threw that one night and her place almost burned down.
Whoa, are you talking about another season?
Is that another season? That might be another season. Let me stop. That might be the second season. Because I was just like, when you said party, I'm like, when she threw a party, what? That's talking about the party would burn down her house? So yeah, that's another season. Yeah.
I'm talking about in here, she threw the party for We Got Y'all after she cheated on Lawrence with
The
with
beach
Dark
party.
Dude. Nah, before the beach party. She threw the We Got Y'all party with the investors and the kids.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so we're skipping over a lot. That's why I'm just like, what party are you talking about?
We ain't skipping over a lot because we talked, like I said, we talked about her in the situation with Lawrence. She cheated on Lawrence. Lawrence trying to do better. So now they're in a good space because Lawrence took the job.
Yeah, she did. She did throw the party in the backyard, the We Got Y'all situation. Yeah.
Right, Baldwin Hills. I want to say for anybody, if anybody shows up to a party that you're at and your spouse is there, let them know about the situation with that person. I don't care if it was I don't ever want to be in a situation around a man that has had sex with my wife and I didn't know about it.
Mm-hmm.
Even if I don't know him, it's like, let that be known because the energy, because they're gonna want to know if I'm in a room with my wife with a woman I've had sex with in the past, I'm gonna let that be known because I don't know what could transpire and I don't want no energy coming her way and her being blindsided.
Absolutely, I agree.
That's like the worst. So Lawrence seeing her and her seeing him was to be like, let me run and duck off and talk to you. That's already ultimate red flag, especially for a man. Like, why are you hiding in the corner talking to this dude? Like, what's up? That the red flag is already going off. She should have been like, hey, that's my ex right there. I'll be right back. He ain't supposed to be here.
Yeah, because she tried to get Molly to do it.
Right. And Molly like, ain't my business.
Yeah, Molly went over there, but he wasn't budging. Molly went over there to talk to him, but it was just like, yo, because Issa ghosted old boy.
Yeah.
What's the dude's name in the show?
Daniel. Yeah, Daniel. Yeah. She ghosted him because she felt guilty. And she dismissed him cold too.
Yeah, she a cold one. Issa was a cold one.
She was like, you was a scratch I had to itch.
That was crazy.
Boy, I'll slap that drink out your hand and ruin this party right now. Don't ever talk to me like that. And your rap she was kicking in the studio, trash my man. Slap a drink, I'll slap some more. Don't ever talk to me like that in here. Don't ever talk to me like that in here. But so that was enough of a red flag for Lawrence to put the puzzle together. Any man gonna put that puzzle together.
Oh yeah, because he already seen the text. He already not denied, but he already acted like the text message didn't happen. Because remember that text that she got late at night, and he looked at her phone, was just like, "So you just not gonna hit me back or something like that?"
Yeah.
So he looked at that as not. I don't think he looked at that as a red flag yet. I think he kind of just put it in his head like, "Okay, Daniel,
store that in your storage."
Right. And then once he saw her doing that or talking to him, it was just like, okay, 2 and 2.
Mm-hmm. Like now it's on. Like now I know what's up.
Yeah, that scene afterwards, after the party, where he was just kicking it at the house, just waiting,
just sitting in the dark.
That scene was intense.
That scene was real. I don't. But the petty in me, if she'd came home, I wouldn't have been there.
Yeah, I would have treated it like how he treated it at the end. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you wouldn't see me there.
No, I'm gone. Like there's nothing to talk about. This I've confirmed it already. And by the fact that you hiding this, there's nothing you could tell me. I didn't even have to ask you that. There's nothing you could tell me in that moment to be like, no, it's just we just went through. Like, nah.
But you could tell he really did care about her. It's not like he was one of them dudes that was like playing games for real. You know what I mean? Yeah, he took her for granted, but he did actually care and he wanted it to work. So
he was hurt.
Like, he wanted that closure, if anything. You know what I mean? Like, I need to really know if this is true. I need to hear it out of your mouth. So I can't just dip because I care about you.
Like I told you, I understand that, but me personally, I'm not like that. My confirmation is my confirmation. It might be the wrong way to look at it, but I feel like that's closure once it's confirmed. I'm gone.
So what if dude was just like, what if she did give him low key, what if she entertained him a little bit, but they didn't smash?
It's enough. If I see you ducked off, if I see you're hiding him, that she thought she was hidden when she was talking to him at the party. You thought you was low. He looking right at her like, I'm looking at you. And then when you come with the next time you see me at this party, you don't bring up what just happened. You try to move on like I didn't just see that.
She didn't know he saw it.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah, she thought she was sneaky with it. You know.
Yeah, that's confirmation. That's confirmation for me. I don't care what happened.
Yeah,
I don't care. I don't care.
Honestly, I would want to hear it too.
I don't want to hear it. You can tell me on the phone over the phone. You can tell me in a text message. I don't want to talk to you face to face. I don't respect you no more because you don't respect me. That's just my level of petty. It's literally what it is.
I just like to hear. I just want to hear it come from your mouth so I can just see your face that you've been caught. I just want to know that you've been caught. I don't want because it's always, it could be something. It could be just like, no, it was this, it was that. I just want to hear it. You know what I mean? I low-key want to hear you lie.
Yeah. I mean, I want to hear you lie over the phone. I don't want to talk to you face to face. Yeah, you know the Drake song, I Need Something Different, where he's saying he don't want to talk to you because he know you're gonna say something and he gonna end up staying, but he know he lying. That would be me. I don't want that.
Yeah, see, that ain't
I don't want to. I don't want you doing the cry scene and being like, oh, but I'm sorry. Now I'm hugging you. Now we sitting on this dusty ass couch.
Don't touch me.
Out.
Don't touch me.
I'm out. Yeah, don't touch me. Don't talk to me. Period.
Don't touch me.
Period.
I just want to hear you say that.
Because he was finna fire on her when he stood up. He said, "Get off the door." He said,
"He was just like, I'm not leaving." He pushed her out the way. He was just like, "Man."
Hey, I called my sister like, "Hey, she's not letting me leave." She's not letting me leave.
Oh man, that's crazy. Yeah,
but it's with that situation. Me personally, I'm gone, and she's wrong. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to hear your excuses. I don't want to hear what you was going through. You did it. You did it. That's the ultimate. Because if the tables were turned,
oh man, that would have been all bad.
You had this girl up at this party smiling in my face and Kiki and in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? If those tables were turned, ain't nothing I can tell you.
What made it worse for her too is that he didn't have nothing on the side yet, but he had somebody interested in him and was building him up already. And I was Natasha.
I would say too, he was wrong in that.
He was like totally just, I don't think he really caught. I mean, he caught on, but he didn't catch on because it was at one point to where she said something like she was trying to ask him out on a date. He was like, "I got a girlfriend."
Yeah, he stopped her right there.
Yeah,
but oh no, I don't want to say that. You know what? My wife would kill me for that. I don't be she be telling me women like we talk about that all the time. Your wife would be like, she like your stupid ass. And you be like, I don't know what she's talking about. It's been situations where she feel like that. Because I was about to say he was wrong for going to eat lunch with her, but he at work. It's like it ain't nothing. It ain't like he went out to go eat lunch with her. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So it's different. It's different from what she was doing. He wasn't purposely making it intimate and going to go kick it with her.
Right. And he did let her know that. Yeah. I got a woman, you know what I mean? Because she was trying to do something else. Like she was trying to hang out with him on another level.
And he would every time he's like, I got a girl. So he wasn't in the wrong. Well, from my angle, from women angle, it's probably like, nah, she liked you. What you doing over there?
Yeah.
But a lot of times I don't see it. And my wife would be like, seeing the little girl start smiling in your face. Like, ain't nobody smiling in my like back up.
So what I didn't understand was why Lawrence hit up Issa the night he was gonna leave, because he was just like he had went to some party, a little like work party or whatever. Once he got hired at this tech company, he said, what did he say? I don't know if he didn't say I miss you or whatever. Like he just called, he said I miss you, and he called her like he called her on the phone. It was like I miss you or whatever. You know, she was like, whoa, because she had went out of town.
Right.
Or the homegirl.
I think he was torn. I think he was torn between that. Like he does miss her because he's like, he woke up. He was like at the strip club. He think that it's funny when dudes think strippers is feeling them.
Yeah,
I think that's the funniest thing in the world to be like, dude, yeah, she giving me the eyes. You're an idiot. But he took
like
his
200 to 400.
Yeah. It was that. He like, man, I done stooped this low where I'm out here paying for sex. You know what I mean? Now I'm out here paying for it. I think that was a wake-up call, like, because he does miss her. He knows she did something that he can't come back from, but he does miss her. And I think his intentions were to go, like, I don't want to say work it out, but at least go talk to her. But when she said she wasn't home, he went over there like, I'm going to stay here. But then I think in that moment, he was just like, nah, I can't do this. I'm out. Let me get the rest of my stuff and I'm out.
Yeah, because I thought it was going to be just like, I wouldn't have never called. I should just came home and now my stuff would have been gone with the Best Buy shirt hanging up. Like
there's nothing to talk about.
Yeah, but him calling her and, you know, she was just like, you know, I want to work it out. Because at that point, like, yeah, I think like you do. I think that he thought about it. And when he got home, since they didn't show that part, it kind of seemed weird. Like, why you do that? You know what I mean? But if you actually thought about it at the house, like, man, like she really played me. Like she could be with bro right now.
Man.
Like, where you at? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, she's like, I'll be home in a few days. Like, where you know what I mean? Like, I don't want, I was like, I already had bro sloppy seconds once. I don't want to I'm straight.
Who can you trust in that moment? Who are you trusting? I'm not going to sit in this apartment and just think about everything we used to do while you're somewhere I don't know where you could tell me you with the girls, but you also told me you was with Molly the other night.
Yeah, that's true.
So now I'm out.
That bro hung up his jersey. He was just like, man, he's just like, yo, this is pretty much like he was shedding his skin. You know what I mean? It was just like, here you go. You know what I mean? I don't work for Best Buy no more. You know what I mean?
Right. Guess who leveled up? Guess who you don't have to settle for no more. Settle for that Best Buy shirt and that. Exactly. I got a real job with benefits I told you about. You stay in this funky apartment, I'm out.
Sleep in the shirt. Use it as a moo-moo.
Yeah. So basically, that's how we wrapped up the first season. You see them outside sitting on a dusty couch.
Crying.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, boo-hoo, I don't care. Send me a picture of her crying, y'all. You ever humiliate me like that. Don't ever do that.
Yeah, man. It was she got what she deserved, honestly. You know what I mean?
She got what was coming to her. And like I said, all it took was a conversation. You didn't have to go step out. All it took was a conversation. Tell me how you really feel. And then I know how I'm really messing up. Like you said, he got comfortable. It was routine. It's like, what are you tripping for? We always do this. Even though on a birthday, that's like the ultimate for me. Like, don't ever do that. But the situation is like, you've accepted it this far, so he did get comfortable. He got comfortable in being like, because even as a creator, you do need breaks. I can't just sit and write books 24/7. I got to stop for a minute. You know what I mean? So he could have been writing all day while she's at work. She getting home now, he chilling. But in her mind, it's like every time I come home, you chilling.
You've been chilling all day. That's why I said a man cannot be at home chilling, bro. Like I've been in this situation where I worked from home, and even though I've been working all day, I've been at the house all day too. So just like your woman come home from working all day out of traffic and be just like, well, why the dishes ain't washed? Because I've been.
What I'm saying is, in that situation, just your energy is enough to reassure her. It's the energy, it's the spousal energy. I get irritated with my wife if I come home and she been home all day, and then I walk in the room and it feel like she been in the bed all day. I don't know what I wanted to do.
You just
been laying there all day. Like I don't know what it is. She deserves to relax. Why not? But it's like,
I'm okay with that. If you relaxing, hey, just don't bother me.
I walk in like, man, turn the TV or something on. Like, why is it so quiet in here?
Just don't bother me. I come home, you could be in the bed all day. Just don't bother me.
Hey, I love my family and my household. I want my family's energy when I come home. I don't want to come home to silence. That's depressing.
It ain't silence. Just don't be just like, hey, you know what I mean? Like when I come from work, I'm tired too. I'm okay with everybody being cool. This is like, are you watching TV? You cool? You doing your homework? All right, cool. Everybody's
Hey, nah,
hey,
I like
family.
energy, man.
Love your family. Love your family.
I like energy. I want to come in and hear the kids being loud. I want
nothing.
I
like
want all of that. I want
calming energy for me.
No, man. I like to turn up energy. I want to smell some food cooking. I want music playing. I want the energy, man.
You want a backyard boogie when you come home.
I do.
No, man. I actually have a question about before we wrap up. Birthday, your woman's birthday.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you do something, right? Like say if you just decided just to get a gift. Like I got a gift and a card, but you didn't plan nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Should that ever be a problem?
No.
It shouldn't be a problem.
If you do anything outside of the normal or outside of what you normally do during a day, it's the acknowledgement of it. Birthday is just about acknowledging.
So, but you don't expect nothing like extreme, no.
But I would say that's, for me personally, I feel like that's only for my wife, not for me. I don't care about my birthdays. I don't care about none of that. But for her, I feel like I want her to feel special. I'm not saying that's for every woman, and I'm not saying that's for every man. But me personally, my focus is on what I'm doing for her birthday. Even when my birthday's coming up, I'm not thinking about my birthday. I'm thinking about her birthday's right after mine. What are we gonna do for her birthday? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like birthdays now is like I guess I'm getting older to the point where I only plan like stuff on like milestones, right? Like okay, like I'm turning 30, you know what I mean? I'm turning 40. That's what I'm gonna do something. But like the rest of the year, whatever going on, like I don't be planning parties. I don't like parties.
Right. No, so what I'm saying is when I say planning something, it don't have to be that. I'm not talking about no parties. I'm not talking about going to spend all the money. It's there's something you could do on that day to make what she likes. My wife loves to sleep. I'm gonna make sure I buy something that contributes to her sleeping.
Here's some
Happy birthday, because it could be anything, but it's like it's the reminder to let you know I thought about you.
Where she was like, "This is it."
If she ever said that, I'm taking that back. You ever tell me this is it? If you say this is it, this is it. Let me go ahead and grab my things.
Like, this is it for your next birthday too. This is it.
No, this is it. Period. Let me go. Let me get these shirts out the closet. I come back for my jeans.
He's gonna leave us book there. It's gonna be one book at the house.
One book.
Accidentally on purpose, right on the table. Part 1 and 2. Oh man, shameless plug.
Don't ever. But I think it depends on what woman you're dealing with too. Because my wife don't want much.
Yeah.
But I know what makes her smile. Right. So therefore I'll at least put forth the effort to at least see her smile for that day.
Nah,
and that don't cost. I know how to cook. I know how to entertain her. So I know what to do to make her smile. Yeah. And that's gonna be my focus for that day. You don't have to spend nothing really.
Yeah. I think that in that situation with Ethan and Lawrence, I think a card and a cake would have set him off. Right. He would have been fine.
Different.
He would have set him off. Like you'd have been like some candles. She come home, candles, a card. Like, babe, I didn't have enough. You know what I mean? But I did get the little red box movie. You know what I mean? Or
hey, if I was Lawrence, she would have came in, like you said, card, cake. I would have already rented the red box. I got your candy that you like.
Right.
It would have been that. What I'm saying is that presentation of it, even though it don't cost a lot, it's the presentation of it.
Right.
It's the fact that you woke up this morning like, oh, let me make sure her day is special.
Yeah.
But even her coming home from work, you kicking it. She's getting ready to leave, you kicking it. It's like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Living my best life.
Watching the Lakers game. Right. Get up, man.
Well, yeah. I mean, that was pretty much season 1.
Yeah.
A lot of other stuff in the middle, but Tea is what it is. That's pretty much how it ended.
That's pretty much it. Everything's Issa's fault. Literally, everything is Issa's fault.
Yeah, she brought it on herself on that one.
Mm-hmm. But so we're gonna do season 2 next week.
Mm-hmm.
I think like next. We'll talk about it.
Right.
Like, share, subscribe, talk to us. We talk back. We everywhere. If you there, drop your comments below. We will read your comments before the next season review.
Europe.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe to our YouTube and Spotify and follow us on IG and TikTok.